Hi, welcome to Angela Designs, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to turn a hand-drawn picture into a really cool, realistic cartoon portrait using Adobe Illustrator. So the first thing, here's my example, and it is a person, and let me show you what I started from. So here's what I started. Here's the original document that my friend drew. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do, obviously, is open up your drawing in Illustrator, and you're going to want to lock down that layer. Locking down the layer is really important because pretty much all that you're going to be doing is doing a lot of tracing, and if your picture is moving everywhere, it gets really frustrating. So make sure that you do lock it down. And then after you lock it down, you're going to want to create a new layer. And on that new layer, you're going to want to zoom in and start to trace the outline of your drawing. Since mine is you want to think layer-wise. My drawing is a human, a person, so I'm going to start with the skin, and then on a different layer I would trace the clothes, and then I would do the hair. So you got to kind of think of it like that. I don't want that. So if you don't have much practice with the pen tool, I would suggest using a more simple drawing to trace just so you can get practice. As you can see, she doesn't have a hand right here, so I just kind of round it out because it's covered with hair. But if you can see yours like in full detail, then you want to trace every little detail. But right now I'm just kind of going quickly so you guys aren't bored, really. Okay. And then you would want to fill it with the skin color. See? So there we go. Now we have an arm. And I'm going to delete this because I actually already have the skin done. So it would look something like that. Okay? So now I'm going to hide the skin layer. So once you're done tracing the basic outline, you would want to create a new layer, and now I'm going to do the face. So here's the face, and I'm going to show you a really cool trick with this actually. First I'm going to hide all of these. And the nose. The nose takes a lot of detail. And hide the selection. Oh, there's still more to hide. Oops. Okay, well, how about we just do that? Okay, so now that I finally got to select the outline of the face, I'm going to make a copy of the face, okay? And then you're going to want to select the face that is still where it should be, and you're going to want to make it darker than the rest of the skin color, like that. And then you want to take the lighter skin colored face and put it back on top, and you're going to want to shrink it. And make it not too small but not too big either, like so. And then I'm going to select both the dark and the pale face outline and double click on the blend tool. And here it usually starts off with smooth color. I like specified steps. And for the step amount, I usually pick between 25 and 40, and it already says 25, so I'm going to click 25. And then you're going to want to click on 2 of the pen points from each of the different faces. And you should have a nice blend. I'm going to see, as you can see, here, let me zoom up for you guys. Oh, it looks a little different. Well, you guys can see it over here. Sorry that the screen isn't very good. But you can see how there's 2 differences. it gives the face like more depth, and you can always play with it and get it to where you want it and where it should be. And it's just really a lot of attention to detail and a lot of tracing is basically all it is. But that is a really cool trick that you guys should know when creating a portrait out of a drawing. Same thing, you would just trace the eyes. Let me hide this. Object, hide selection. Okay. So as you can see, I traced the eyes and the nose just like everything else. What also is a really cool trick is for the lips. You can use, well, first of all, I gotta select it. And then you want to use the mesh tool, and you can create depth and color in different spots. The difficult thing would be placing the meshes in the right spots. But you can create depth and like different color. So like, oh wait, I need another one. Okay, for example, here lipstick is like shiny, so I'm gonna add white to it and give it like a shine. See? So it's like more of a realistic touch, kinda. And you can do that with any part of the body that needs it. Yeah. And that's pretty much my tutorial. Oh no, wait, I can show you one more thing. The eyes, for the pupil, or for the eyes in general, you see how, here, I'll make it big. You see how right now it's just a solid color? A really good trick for the eyes would be turn it into a gradient. So, and you want to make it a radial gradient, and you don't want white, and you want the black part in the center, and you can play around with how close it is, or how dark it is, or how big the pupil is, or whatever. And I also like to add a lighter color than the darker color. I think it adds a little bit more realisticness to the picture. And I don't know why this pupil thingy isn't working right. There we go. And as you can see, it's starting to look more like a pupil. This is probably my favorite trick, because I just think the eyes look really, really cool. There we go. And let me go out. You see? It looks like a really cool eyeball. And you can, and I'm going to delete this because I don't like these. Anyway. And then I can just place it in the same spot where it was before. And voila! You see the difference? How much better it looks than just a regular black dot with an outline? It looks so much better. And yeah, just attention to detail. About the hair, let's see the hair. For the hair, a lot of people like to use the paint brushes, or you can use the pen tool and trace, which is exactly what I did. And there's my hair, a whole bunch of it. Using the brush tool for the hair, you just select a color. Let's say I want to make her hair, let's go wacky and go red, a pretty reddish color. And you just trace how you would want it to go. That is obviously too intense, so I'm going to lower the stroke. Oops. Oh, it switched my color. Why is it doing that? There we go. Well, pretty much it just depends on the kind of brush that you choose. But I think that this kind of brush would be good for more of the stuff like this. Yeah. Or you can make it thinner, or you can do, you know, pick whatever. I'm using a grunge brush right now. Let's try this brush. Whew. Nope, definitely not that one. Probably a thin brush or a pencil. You can use a pencil. Let's see. Yes. And the pencil will definitely be more accurate, and it will look more realistic because hair is really fine instead of these big hunkin' things. So let me show you examples with the pencil tool. To make highlights, you would just choose a slightly different color, like blonde or brown, depending on what colors you want. And just go like that. And you see, it looks realistically more like hair now. And this is kind of tricky because there's so much hair and there's objects in the way, but it should all be fine. And you just do that, and I'm not going to finish right now because that would probably bore you guys if I haven't lost you already. But as you can see, the hair, it's starting to come along. And yeah, so just tracing and filling and detail are your three biggest things that you need to concentrate on while making a vector portrait. And by the time you're done, you should have something like that, minus the red little streaks in your hair. And that is the end of my tutorial. I hope that you liked it and enjoyed it. There will be more tutorials soon, and I will show you some more tricks soon. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.